Alright guys, so this is my 2020 BMW M340i. She look good. I got a few cosmetic things. Carbon fiber lip, custom powder coated super wheels, front and back, carbon mirrors that I'm gonna be switching out because these, you see, are like delaminating or whatever. So I got some new ones on order. Carbon fiber, high kick spoiler, and performance stuff. I got some goodies under there, but we'll see if I let you guys know what it is. But in regards to the exhaust, all I have is a catless downpipe and stock exhaust, except for these things down there. Some electronic cutouts. Now, don't get me wrong, they sound good. It might look cool to some people, but honestly, I don't really like it. I've had it for a while, they work great, they sound good, but I have something better. Here we have, let me show you. Oh yeah, titanium exhaust, baby. This is gonna look better, sound better, and weigh probably more than half as much as that freaking stock garbage is. So when the time comes that somebody calls us out, I don't have to pop that whole thing off to save some weight and make it flow better, because this is full like 3.5 inch diameter piping, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 inch. Look at that. Oh yeah. So it'll sound better, look better, weigh less, everything about it is better. So first things first, we need to build it, get it all unwrapped, build it, put it all together, see how it looks, then lift the car up, pop the old one off, pop this one on. Shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see. Remove these fake exhaust tip things, 2 8 mils, and then you push it back, pull it out. Same thing with the other side. 13 mil to remove the exhaust from the downpipe. That should be good there. Now, I got an E-Torx. It's a E10 for this chassis braces on the bottom. Loosen that up. There's 1 2 3 4 8 E-Torx and 2 3 4 8 mils that we gotta take off. All right, now that that brace is off, these are 13s, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. You got 2 13s in the back for the muffler, then another hanger here halfway. That's also a 13, and then you got another one way back over there next to the downpipe. But that's usually one of the last ones that I take off. So let's start loosening these. I don't take it off all the way yet. That way this shit doesn't fall on my face. Don't forget to take off the plug for the motor, the electronic motor. Definitely don't want to leave that connected. Same thing. This one you can pretty much take off completely, because you have the 2 for the muffler that are holding it, so you don't really need this one. Move it out the way. And now take off the one way over there. Now, one thing I like to do, since I do this by myself, I get this little like mini dolly thing and I put it right where the exhaust connects to the downpipe, so that when I pull it off from the back, it doesn't just slam on the ground, and it'll land on this, and then you'll see I'll be able to just slide it out as all one piece with the dolly. Otherwise you just drag it across all the concrete. Yeah, that's not good. So now that one's off, that one's off. Only ones you have left are the two muffler 13 mils. Since I'm by myself, I put a jack right where the muffler is. That way it acts like a person holding it, and I don't have to worry about that shit falling in my face. But regardless, you gotta be careful. So got the 13 mil. Continue to remove these 13s that were here. Do it slowly. Make sure nothing falls. Like that. That side's loose. This side. That side's completely loose anyways. Move it out the way. We'll slowly lower it down. Stop it right around there. Then you should hear it disconnect from the downpipe. There it goes. Obviously, she fell on the dolly right there. I would just lower it a little bit more so it doesn't grab anything. Just like that, you removed your entire stock exhaust by yourself. Jeez. All right, guys, well, there's everything. It took me like an hour just to unwrap everything. You could throw this damn box off a building and nothing will happen to this exhaust. There's a lot going on, so let me put the pieces to the puzzle and then I'll get back. All right, figured it out. Damn, she looked good. Full titanium exhaust with electronic valves and carbon tips. Yes, sir. But there's a bunch of connections, as you could tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, a bunch of pieces. So I think the best thing is go into the car and start building it from the downpipe up instead of just trying to fit it all like this, because then you need to adjust it and this and that. So damn, this sucks doing it on the ground though. All right, so put the first part on. Now we're gonna put the second piece on. Dude, it fits. I promise it fits. I did it outside. Told you it fits. Just leave everything loose. Scratches, I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? It's an exhaust, so the rest of it should be easier. Get this part off. Alright, well, this slipped on perfectly. Fits pretty damn well, honestly. I just need to obviously tighten everything up a little bit, but we'll do that at the end. That's how it would go. Let's start putting the rest of it. Alright guys, well, I saw the GoPro decided to just die, but we left off at that split section where it splits to two pipes. Honestly, you just keep connecting. Everything fits very well. As you can tell, I need to go back there and readjust it a little bit. It hangs down just a little bit, but I know I could loosen it up, take it up higher, and it'll fit just fine. But yeah, you just start connecting all the pieces. It goes from that piece to this connection here, this connection all the way over here, and this connects straight into the muffler. These are the tips right here. It looks beautiful, dude. Like, look how good that looks. And then in regards to the wires for the valves, you cannot let it touch this, otherwise it will burn. So what I did was, well, let's start with this one. The wire for the valve kind of just loops over. And then this heat shield, this one screw for this heat shield, I took this off. I bent it down, and then you run the wire through the inside. Just so it sticks out from there. That way it's up, out of the way, it will never touch this. This is all very tight, so it keeps it all in place. Then you run the wires. This side's obviously longer because it's right here, but I'll show you the whole setup now. And same thing for this side. Take this nut off, bend it down, push the wire up there. You can see this one sticks out there. I should honestly push this one up a little bit higher, but it's not touching. So there you go. You can tell goes up there, and it doesn't touch, which is what you want. As long as it doesn't touch, you're good. And then you run the wire from up here around this bracing, and you want to zip tie it. You want to zip tie it to this thicker like cable or whatever this is. This one right here, this thicker one. Zip tie the wire to it, and then run it along that same black wire. Zip tie it again. Zip tie it again. And then this other side, this other valve wire, same thing. Run it from the inside here. As you can see, sticks out right there behind this bracing. Goes back up to the black wire. And since this one's longer, you just loop it. See, loop it up. That way everything's nice and clean. Nothing dangles. Nothing's gonna go fall off or anything like that. Zip tie everything, and then you run both the wires into this grommet here inside the trunk where the battery is. There's a grommet on the driver's side. You run the wires through there. You just cut a little hole in the grommet, and you run the wires through it. I'll show you from the trunk side. So in regards to factory valve wiring, there's a couple 8mm right here. For this heat shield, I'll take those off. Make sure you don't get any of this sand and dirt in your eyes. Then you can pop this out. Shove the wire back up in there. Shove this wire back up in there. That way nothing's dangling, doesn't look like garbage. Tuck her back in there into that plastic. And put back the 8mm. Doesn't need to be super tight. Screwing into plastic, so you don't want to break it. There we go. So just go ahead, take this cover off for your trunk. And here you have your battery compartment. As you can tell over here, there's a grommet. I haven't put mine back on, but just so you can see it. There's a grommet. I cut a hole down the middle of it, shoved the wires through, run the wires under all these other wires here. Make sure everything's nice and neat, nothing's doing anything weird, no weird kinks. This is your control box. You connect them all there. Each connector goes into the proper place. The outer ones are for your valves, and the middle ones for the power. So you just put it back there. This is all your extra wire for the power. Run the wire through here. Once you put the cover, everything's hidden. Run it through this, through the netting, and it connects straight into the cigarette lighter. Right there. That way everything's super nice and clean, organized. Nothing's gonna get damaged, no weird shit's gonna happen. Everything's gonna be good. And you cover it all up. Boom. Perfect. All you see is this little wire sticking through here. That's it. Usable trunk. You don't have to cut any metal, any plastic, any rugging, or whatever you want to call this. Just run it through that grommet. Put everything nice and neat over there. Run it up to the cigarette lighter. You got your power. Then you put the battery in the remote, and you're good to go, man. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, this is that bracing that we took off. It just bolts right back up, which is something I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna do it on camera. It's literally just a reverse order of how you took it off. But yeah, that should be pretty much it. Looks good. This clamp doesn't tighten, so we're gonna be rocking 3 tips for now until I get a different clamp. Looks great though. Look at that titanium, brother. Oh yeah. So let me set this up and turn it on so you guys can hear it.